You are.
All right, I'm starting. This lesson is on surface area of rectangular prisms. So we spent a couple days drawing the nets, and now we started to find the surface area from the nets. Today's lesson is just finding the surface area without drawing out the net first. So get your learning target down. 6G4 represent three-dimensional figures using nets made of rectangles and triangles, and use the nets to find the surface area of the figures. And I can calculate the surface area of a rectangular prism without drawing the net. Oh, so we do have some notes.
We do have some notes. The surface area of a prism is the sum of all of the 6 faces of the rectangular prism. So just like we've been writing those 6 multiplication sentences while we're using those nets, we're going to use them with the addition and add them all up.
So here's our shortcut that we want to jot down.
We're going to simply add the areas of the 3 faces we see and then multiply by 2 for the other 3 sides you don't see.
So we're going to find the area of 3 sides, add them together, and then multiply by 2 so we get all 6 faces. So this is just a quick little example for us. So we've got our surface area. Notice we can see the front, we can see the top, we can see the right side. We've found this a lot from our nets, is that those measurements transfer over to the other side.
Ooh,
so it's very easy to see that the top happens to be 6 by 4. This right-hand side is 4 by 8. And then our front face is our 6 by 8. But we just need to have all of those measurements in order to find our surface area.
No.
Click on what?
Oh, I thought that.
No, I was just moving them, relocating them.
I wanted all
so
the
they can see that.
I wanted the edges to appear.
No, you got to do each one of them.
Oh.
So this is just reminding us to find the surface area, add together the area of all 6 of our faces. So let's try our first one.
Fish tank. Our front and our, we're just doing the front, is a 4 by 2, 4 across the bottom, by 2 going height. What are we doing? Decorating the whole thing?
Just shading in the side, and sometimes a
you just
translucent
colored
tank.
Over Nemo.
That's all right.
So 4 by 2 is equal to 8 feet squared. Poor Nemo.
All right, then we're going to do the top, which is this side up here.
It is, and the bottom, but we're only finding the top right now. 4 by 1.
I want to write my measurements up here so they can see it.
4 by 1 is 4. Sides, we got a 1 by 2. So the 4 went with the 2, and the 4 went with the 1, and now the 1's going with the 2.
Now we're going to add them all together. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14.
Unit squared.
But that was only 3 of our sides. Remember that there's 3 more sides. Remember from our
feet squared.
We're not done with the problem. Why would I put units on now?
I just have my kids do that.
I'm going to put the units on in my answers. So there's a right side. Remember, we got the matching left side. Our top, we have a matching bottom. And our front, there is a back side back there that's going to match with it. So go ahead and double this for the other 3 sides we can't see. And we end up with a total surface area of 28. We're dealing with feet, so it's 28 feet squared. Find the area of the 3 you can see. Add them together and then double it for the 3 sides we can't see until we get to our answer.
Okay, full of fiber. That sounds like it tastes great.
So start with one of the sides you can see. So we can start with our front. Wow, that's a really bad drawing. It's almost like you're drawing this one.
It's like a 20 on the bottom, and the height would be parallel to the...
This vertical is the same as our 30.
So we got a 20 by 30. And I know 2 times 3 is 6, and I'm going to add 2 zeros to make it 600.
Then let's do our side here. Again, it's a rectangle. You can wow, that's awful.
We got a 10 by 30.
So we got a 10 by 30.
I'm ignoring your drawing.
That
1
gives
times
us
3 is
300.
3. Add 2 zeros is 300.
And then we have the top. Here you might have to go a little ways to get to your measurements.
Got it.
This front edge is 20. Oh, I'm going to write it up here. Just like this edge down here. The side, the short edge, matches our 10 down here. So it's 20 by 10, which is 200. A good check, look at the numbers that you're multiplying. Did each number get used twice? I've got 2 30s, 2 20s, 2 10s. It's a good way to double check them. Add them up.
We get 1100. Multiply by 2 for the 3 sides we don't see. We get 2200 centimeters squared.
Don't forget that multiply by 2 is the easiest part to forget at the very end.
It is.
So if you think you've got a good handle on this, feel free to try this one on your own. If not, follow along with us.
That doorway has a 50 in it, and that's just meaning like apartment or address 50, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's just
so
a
here we go.
decoration on the building. So here's our front.
All right, we got a 60 by 80. Again, 6 times 8 is 48. Add the 2 zeros for 4,800.
Then we have our side over here.
You need to draw like that, though, because the red doesn't match with the red. So we got a 30 by 80. So our 80's been used twice for
That's
2,400.
And then our top we'll do in green.
You got a 60 on the bottom. That matches the 60 for the width. And the height would be 30, which matches the bottom on the bottom of the building. 60's now used twice, and 30's used twice. We're good.
Now I got to do a little bit of math here. 8 and 4 is 12, plus 8 is 20. 2 and 4 is 6. 8, 9. So we get 9,000. Now that's just the surface area of 3 of the sides. Remember, a rectangular prism has 6 sides. So we need to double this, multiply it times 2, and we get 18,000. We're dealing with feet, so feet squared.
Watch your zeros in this problem.
And
that's it. Have a
we're
good
all
night.
done.